Would you really become an accountant? You want to wait for me and say, please? No. Because that is what the bad children who have bad behavior do. Okay?
Yes.
Have good manners. Have? Please tell your neighbor that have good manners.
Have good manners.
When you're telling your neighbor, you say, please have good manners. Tell your neighbor.
Have good manners.
For a better future.
For a better future.
Hard work pays.
Hard work pays.
Welcome to Bookadeyah Primary School. This is shocking to most people who care and value education in Uganda and around the world. Hello everyone. Thank you so much for your support. I do not take you for granted. Without your help, I would not be in this space. I have witnessed Bookadeyah children and Uganda's broken promise on education when I visited this school on July 14, 2025. I am not kidding, this is so true. At Bookadeyah Primary School, a single mango tree has become more than just a shade. It's a stand-in for a classroom, a roof, and a promise unkept. Beneath its branches, children sit on long shared desks, grasping at an education denied the dignity of shelter. This is not an isolated incident. It is a symptom of a system that has normalized neglect, especially in rural communities. In instance, I am confronting the uncomfortable truth. While leaders speak of progress, Bookadeyah's children are learning under a tree in the 21st century. How can it be? In Bookadeyah District, Eastern Uganda, a group of primary school children gathers daily beneath a tree, not for play, but for learning. Their classroom has no walls, no roof. This is not a metaphor. It is a reality that starkly contrasts Uganda's constitutional commitment to provide free and compulsory education for all. The image of children scribbling notes under rustling leaves is not just heartbreaking. It's a policy failure, and it's not isolated. Across Uganda, rural schools are crumbling, underfunded, and overlooked. According to UNESCO and the World Bank, 81% of children enrolled in Ugandan primary schools are considered learning poor, meaning they cannot read and understand a simple text by age 10. In Bookadeyah, the situation is compounded by infrastructural neglect, as you can see on the video. This school is practically run down. This is so dilapidated. Honestly, I do not know how the teachers are able to turn up every single day to teach. Their love and dedication must be complimented. Let us continue. Bookadeyah Primary School has no website. Can you even begin to imagine that situation? The computer and printer that they have right now was donated by a well-wisher. I spoke to the headmistress, and this is what happened prior. In April 2025, Bookadeyah was hit by a severe storm, unleashing torrential rains and heavy winds that tore through the modest homes of 4 dedicated teachers within the school compound. These educators, pillars of hope for future generations, lost their roofs and shelter in a matter of hours. The Ministry of Education and the Honorable Member of Parliament, John Bosco Akojo, representing the Bookadeyah region, were both informed of the disaster by the headmistress. Letters were written and dispatched to appropriate authorities, including the Ministry of Education. Pleas were made, but months have passed, and not a single response has been received. Not even a word of consolation. This silence speaks volumes. Is the education of Bookadeyah children and future leaders truly valued? Is the welfare of the teachers worth so little? With nowhere else to turn, the Miss Grace head teacher, an extraordinarily resilient, humble, and compassionate woman, took it upon herself to find solutions. One classroom has been turned into a temporary living space for the displaced teachers. Meanwhile, primary 5 pupils are now studying beneath a mango tree. Yes, beneath a mango tree. So what happens when it rains? The whole bizarre situation needs to be sorted out as soon as possible. The headmistress should not have to beg for help. Help should be provided automatically. This is not a tale from history books or a relic of colonial-era neglect. This is happening now in 2025, and right here in Bookadeyah, Teso, Uganda. This is a call not just for empathy, but for accountability. The role of an MP is to serve the entirety of their constituency, not only their home village. The Ministry of Education should step forward with both urgency and responsibility. This school is crying out, not for charity, but for fairness, justice, and fair treatment. I am asking that immediate support be provided to restore proper living quarters for affected teachers. That learning conditions for all pupils, especially primary 5, be urgently addressed. That a formal response be delivered to the head teacher and school community, acknowledging their situation and laying out a tangible plan of action. The people of Bookadeyah deserve more than silence. They deserve to be heard, seen, and supported. This is a harsh reality that cannot be ignored. This is a betrayal of public trust and is deeply damaging and must be challenged. How can a head teacher write to 3 departments operated by the government, and none of them acknowledges her? Quite strange. Until we get equality in education, we won't have an equal society. And that resonates deeply in Bookadeyah Primary School, where the lack of basic infrastructure is not just a logistical issue. It's a denial of dignity, respect, and opportunity. Uganda's National Development Plan 3, 2020/21, 2024-25, acknowledges the crisis. Primary school completion rates hover around 38%, and literacy rates at P.3 are below 50%. Yet, despite these alarming figures, budget allocations remain insufficient, and implementation is marred by delays and debt. In Bookadeyah, 5 schools missed their primary leaving examination results due to unpaid fees to Uganda National Examinations Board, based in Kampala, a bureaucratic punishment that further marginalizes already vulnerable communities. Immense respect is due to the headmistress and teachers of Bookadeyah Primary School, whose unwavering dedication to their pupils shines through every challenge. Teaching under a tree with minimal resources and little institutional support is no easy task, yet they persist. Their resilience, belief in the power of education, and refusal to give up is nothing short of extraordinary. Miss Bookadeyah, once a pupil and head girl of this school, returned to the school to share her journey and inspire the next generation. Standing before the primary 7 class, she offered word of encouragement and a living example of what education can make possible. Her message was clear: work hard, dream boldly, and never underestimate the doors education can open. Ms. Hope also said, "I sat where you sit, dreamed as you dream, and faced the same hardships. But education opened doors I never knew existed," she shared. "It won't be easy, but your future depends on what you choose to fight for today." It is worth noting that the school's only computer and printer were generously donated by Ms. Bookadeyah, a gesture that reflects her enduring commitment to supporting education in her former community. If anyone would like to help this school, Ms. Bookadeyah would be the best person to contact. She is a chartered accountant, and I trust she will be able to gather and account for all monies or grants received to help this primary school. This school needs a huge facelift. This school needs a lot of support. Every little helps. I shall ask Hope for her contact details in due cause. Thank you so much everyone for your time. Let us go ahead to the video and take a listen to a message from the Hope and from the head teacher.
So, hi everybody. This is down memory lane. As you can see, these trees to the right. This is where we used to have our lunch. We would make some food from home and then we'll carry it and we keep it, get one of the staff members who lived in this building, which you can see coming close. There was a staff member that lived there and they would keep our food for us. And as you realize, back in the day, we didn't have, even up to now, because this is very rural, there's no refrigeration, so they would just keep our food in their house. And then when it was lunchtime, we would come and pick up the food, and then we would go and sit under these mango trees to our right, and we would eat stone cold food. That's what we would have at lunchtime. And we would report to school in the morning at about 8 o'clock, and sometimes we would be asked to carry some firewood or some building materials so they can help to build staff accommodation or whatever it is that needed to be built. To the left, I beg your pardon, was our field where we used to do PE, and we used to do a lot of physical exercise, running, football. As you can see, there is a fully functional football pitch without the nets, but yeah, so that's where we are. And right in front of us, ahead of us, I believe that's the church. This is an Anglican school, and there's a church. That's where we used to have our prayers. And right ahead of us, that big mango tree, that's where we used to learn how to read and write, and we would write on the ground. If the ground was wet, then we would use some sticks to scribble on the ground. The teacher would come and get your work marked, and then you'd just rub it off. If the ground was dry, then you'd have like loose sand, and we would just write with our fingers. And yeah, so that's where we learned how to read and write. And as you can see, there are some children sitting under the mango tree, having their lessons. Basically because over time buildings have collapsed. We will shortly come to a building, I believe that's collapsed, and I recall that building. I recall being in that building and in year 1 learning how to read and write with old school chalk and blackboards. That's what we used. So that building is collapsed. And there's another staff house over here. This one is still up. I'm not sure whether it's occupied. Probably is. So all around the school is where the staff accommodation is located. And next to the staff accommodation we've just seen, there's another one which seems to have been collapsed, and there is evidence that it's possibly being reconstructed. So, can you tell us what happened? Because I noticed that the roof is off there.
Yeah, you know, Bookadeyah Primary School being a school built in 1928, it has really served generations and generations. So in April this year, April 2nd, the wind came. In fact, the rain came together with a storm at around 3:30, and it blew off the 4 teachers' houses. 2 from this line and 2 from the other line also. It was a big storm, and it blew off those staff houses.
When you said 3 p.m., was it 3 p.m. in the afternoon?
3 p.m. in the afternoon, yes.
Was the school in session?
Yes, we were in session. We were only lucky that even power had gone off. The wind had already fallen off the pole of power. Then the following day, when the rains came with the storm, the power was still off. And the electrician went and removed the power from our main switch. That's how we survived. But children were at school, even teachers were in those houses. Only that the wind blew the houses, and like that one, it blew and threw it inside the mango tree. The other one blew it and threw it here near this class. Because that is P1, P2 block.
Okay. This block looks new because I don't remember it being there.
They did it in 2008, I think.
Okay. Oh, that's lovely. So you mentioned earlier that because the teachers were living in these blocks.
Yes.
So what happened to those teachers? Where did they go?
We had to put them in a classroom because it was already dark. Because immediately after rain, it became dark. We had to put them in classrooms. And right now, the 3 teachers are in classrooms. That's why we have 1 class under the tree. The parents are struggling, but you know, with the parents of TESO, the struggle is so hard. We wrote to government and we are waiting, but we have not yet got any intervention yet.
So are you saying that you haven't got any help at all since the building fell?
Not yet. Parents are just collecting a little money. We have just purchased some iron bars, some nails, and we cut some trees that we planted some years back to try to put the roof and lobby for some support.
Okay. And I noticed that once upon a time when I was here a long time ago, the building that we were studying in has collapsed, and it looks like it's collapsed for a long time.
It has collapsed for a long time, and nobody has raised it. Even my predecessors were here, they never managed, raising a block. Need support majorly from government. Then parents just give little support maybe of for example the activity that they can do, and then maybe supporting them in material form, but financially needed government support and input.
Okay. Do you mind walking us around and showing us like where the teachers are staying now, the teachers that got displaced? You see they're in the class, staying in the classrooms, and also we'll be able to see the children that are studying under the mango tree. What class is studying under the mango tree? What year?
The class under the mango tree is a primary 5 class.
That's year 5.
Yeah. Yes. And the teachers who are inside the classrooms, we begin from there.
And the class next to us right here?
This is primary 7 that is preparing to sit for their PLE this year.
Okay, so from PLE they go to secondary school?
Yes, they go to senior one.
About the lower, the quality of the tuberculosis.
This is the headmaster's office.
You're welcome.
The headmaster, the mistress's office.
Yeah, welcome.
Thank you.
Oh wow, we've got a nice setup here.
Wow. I take it that this is your desk, right?
Yeah, this is the headmistress's desk. Oh, it's so much better than when I came the last time, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's happened with the filing now? Because when I came, there was no proper filing system.
We are now trying to put it right, and with the support of our computer, we are doing it well.
Okay.
Except our secretary comes once in a while, but sometimes we have one of the teachers also who did ICT, he also does it when it's free.
Okay.
And majorly it has helped us in MS registration, because the MS registration, the government introduced the enrollment of learners through the computer system.
Do you have any computers in the school for the children to use? No,
we don't have.
Okay. And what kind of resources like books and things do the students have?
They have books, textbooks they use, and sometimes they have the materials the teachers make for them. Like for example, if the teacher is teaching about the human body, can draw the skeleton on a manila. Then
okay.
Yeah.
All right, what about, do you have a functional library?
Yes.
Okay, can we have a look at the library? Or how often do you have meetings? Because I see staff meetings.
They open term, close term.
I see there's a pot in the corner.
Yes.
There's a pot in the corner. So what is the pot for?
The pot is for drinking water.
Drinking water for the staff?
Yes.
What about the children? Where do they get drinking
The children
water?
go to the boardroom. Sometimes we give them a drum behind.
Okay, is there a functional board? Does it work?
Yes.
Okay. And these teachers, they're marking papers?
Yes.
Okay. So how many teachers do you have?
I have 14.
14 teachers?
Yes.
Ah, okay. But you have seven classes?
Yes.
So does that mean there's 2 teachers for each class?
Somehow.
Okay.
Some can be 3, some can be 4. For example, one can be teaching English, the other one teaches SST, the other one takes science, the other one takes maths.
Okay, so it's not one teacher that teaches all the subjects?
No, it's not so.
Just checking. And why are all these shoes sitting out here?
You know, these shoes carry a lot of dust into class, because when children are seated, when the teacher is teaching, they make this kind of noise. So we ask them that maybe you put the shoes out so that you don't make noise during class time.
Yeah, so this is the library.
Yes.
We can go in.
Yes.
But Miss Grace, I recall this used to be a classroom.
Yeah, we have a nursery. We put a nursery class, so we make them learn here a bit.
Yeah, because this used to be a classroom once upon a time.
Yeah,
so when
exactly.
when did it get changed into a library?
got trained into a library in 2000, I think, before I also came. So here we have our science kit.
Yeah.
And in our science kit here, we have many instruments that the teachers use.
So it's locked in this cabinet.
But when they are teaching, they come for the instructional materials. And they teach children, like when they are teaching about
Magnifying glass.
Yeah. There are many things here.
Okay.
Like when I was talking, when they want to talk about
that is the intestine.
about the skeleton, the digestive system,
Okay.
those other things. So this is our science kit.
Okay. That's what
It was given by government.
It was given by government. Yeah, and then we noticed this. How can you tell which books are where, because they're just stacked on top of each other?
No, they are packed in a way. These are readers. They are readers for different levels. For example, they are readers for primary 6, they are readers for primary 7, readers for primary 1. These are readers.
Okay.
Packed this side. Then these are textbooks according to the subjects.
Okay.
Yeah. And this is our stock master.
And there is some. Oh, the stock master of. These are charts.
These are our charts.
Yeah. Okay. And what is this
This
stuff?
was timber, which was cut from the other side. They want to, for the repairs of those houses.
So the library is also doubling up as a storage facility for timber and drums, and we see a mattress somewhere there in the background.
Because of lack of space.
There's no
Lack of
space.
space.
Yeah, because there's mattresses. So is this the stuff from the teachers' houses that collapsed? Are they keeping some of the things here?
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. Okay, so they're storing their things in the library because they don't have houses and they're living in the classrooms.
Yes.
And the children have been displaced and they're studying under mango trees. And we also have a whole lot of stuff here.
Even here, this is part of our books.
Books.
We keep here what we call teacher's guides.
Oh, these are teacher's guides.
Yeah, when the teacher is making his or her lessons, comes and picks them.
So, see, we even see some iron sheets in the corner over here. Are they?
For the teachers who were displaced.
So were they donated? Did you buy them?
I think the teacher bought.
The teacher bought themselves,
Yeah.
but the school belongs to the government, so the teacher is fixing a house.
No, I think she's preparing for maybe home. But they were in her house when the wind blew.
All right, okay. So, in the perfect world, to make your library look much better, what would you need to fix it?
We need maybe to improve on those shelves and even the shuttering.
Yes.
So that we shutter them well because the glasses are disturbing us. Every time we repair, they break. If we could put maybe these other windows.
Yeah.
Yeah, the metallic type of windows.
Yeah, and the gentleman is the stock master of the library. Do you mind telling us your name?
My name is Bookadeyah.
Uh-huh.
I'm a teacher here.
You're a teacher here. What subjects do you teach?
I teach science,
Uh-huh.
primary 4 and primary 5.
Okay, and we understand you're also the stock master. So what does the stock master do in this library?
Organizing the books, then giving out to learners.
So how do you give books to the children and make sure that they bring the books back? Do they take the books home or they just use them at school?
Sometimes they use at home, sometimes I can give them take home.
Okay.
Then they bring the next day.
Do you have like a system where how do you know who has what book?
I have issue register.
Okay.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Issue register, that's where I write their name.
Okay.
This one. That's where we write their names.
the library is not fully stocked, and you could do with a few more books. And P7 is a primary living class, as in from primary 7 they do a very important exam, which is primary living examination, PLE in short.
Yes.
And how do the kids prepare for this, and what is the pass rate, and do the kids go on to, you know?
Yeah, they prepare with what we call continuous assessment. We continuously assess them in their levels of competence.
Yes.
But I think our challenge now as a school is we are going to the .com world, whereby those students are supposed to be doing things with hands-on.
Yeah.
For example, if we are, like, for example, our science kit, we need to do it with hands-on, and sometimes if we have an experiment, we needed to do it with maybe a projector on a PowerPoint. But our challenge as a school, we have not yet reached there.
So these children from this school are competing with children in town that have got all the facilities.
Exactly.
And I understand you have 70 children in primary 7. 73. So out of those 73, how many do you expect to be in grade 1, as in to pass in first division?
For example, this year we see it, at least a promising class. We expect more than 5 to go to division 1.
Yes.
At least we shall have more than 5 going to division 1.
Okay.
Then the others will come in division 2, or even they can go beyond 10. But our challenge is our parents sometimes. We want children in school, they stay home. We want children at school, they stay home.
Is there a reason they are staying at home?
Sometimes they say they are sick, with the health problems, you cannot tell. Sometimes they just stay home because of other challenges. There are domestic issues in families. But at least we have a promising class.
Do the children pay school fees, if I may ask?
They don't, but we only request them to bring food for lunch, for example, for midday meals. Then also we do request them to give us something for data assessment, continuous assessment, if the school has not yet received the money. And also we ask them to buy them uniform to make children look smart when they are at school.
Yeah, you said you asked the children to bring lunch. Obviously, this is a very rural place. Do all the children in a position to bring lunch? Or there's some children who don't come with anything?
It is true. Some bring, some don't, because the conditions in families differ.
Yes.
So some bring, because we ask them to come with the posho and come with beans. For me as a head teacher, I would request government, one, to improve on the status of our school.
Yeah.
Because even our school needs more desks. Needs more desks.
Yeah.
And even improve on the structure of our school, and also improve on the skills development in our school. For example, we also need computers, because our children need to touch a computer even while at school. And for the welfare of our teachers, I would request if government could give us conducive accommodation for our teachers that are self-contained, so that when a teacher is inside, he's also happy and does his work with the happiness and competence. Exactly.
Assuming that this school is subsidized by the government, how much money do you receive a year?
In a year, we can go to maybe 10 million.
Is 10 million sufficient?
No, not really. Like, for example, this term we have several activities. We have the teaching learning, we also have the MDD, the extracurricular activities, we have the bolo games. We facilitate them from school level, zonal level, district level, up to national level. So that money is not sufficient. That's why when you look at our instruments, they are also few. We needed to have a big orchestra for the instruments, so that when children play them, you really hear that they are playing music. So the money is not at all sufficient. It is not facilitating all our school activities here now.
So what would be sufficient to you? How much?
If they could give us, at least in every release, they give us 10 million. That would be sufficient, because we run all our school programs effectively.
No, but you say that the government gives you 10 million, so you need extra 10 million. So you're looking for 20 million from the government. Okay. Anything else that you need to say? even to international community?
Maybe what I could also say, like for example, this is a school almost in very urban or in urban council.
Yeah.
If they could give us a fence, because we are prone to thugs, thieves, and even animals come into our school. That's why even you see our flower gardens are not doing very well. The animals come here and eat our flower gardens, destroy some school property, and even the thugs steal property of the school and sometimes even the property of the teachers. So if we could have a fence, that we have a gate, and our children are protected when they are in school especially.
Yeah.
They should be protected and guarded by the school fence. Because when we are in an open place like this one, we are prone to very many risks, especially to the girl children. And a day like today, Monday, we have many people who go take their waragi, take marijuana, can come and pass here at any time. And when you caution them that why are you passing through the school compound, they shout, they make noise, they say after all it is open, they just walk around and don't care and don't respect.
Anything else you'd like to add?
Maybe the other one is if they could add us, like I said, the UPE is insufficient. We would also have lighting in our school that covers all the teachers' quarters together with the whole school compound. Because for now, we only have light in the school class, the office block and this classroom block. The other 4 blocks don't have power. Even teachers' houses don't have power. So somehow, part of the school has light and part of the school is sometimes dark, especially in the night. So we are prone to the thugs and thieves around the place.
How do you motivate your staff?
One, I motivate them by giving them a verbal reward. Thank you for work, well done. And at the same time, as a school, we provide them with breakfast. They just take some porridge or some tea and some lunch. They have some portion and beans. Sometimes when we have school money, we can add them some rice, that kind of thing.
Thank you very much.
Welcome.
Thank you.
You are most welcome, visitors.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
You can sit down.
Thank you.
We are humble this morning and we are privileged to have one of the old girls of this school. Do you know what it means by being an old girl? Who knows? If they say you are an old girl of a place, what does it mean? Who can explain to us? Anna, an old girl of a school? You say it louder. Can you do her something? So, Madam here is one of our old girls of Bookadeyah Primary School. Some years back, and she has come to say hi to us. So this is our candidate class. It is a class of 73 candidates. There are 32 boys and 39 boys and 42 girls. Welcome.
Thank you. Hi everybody. So as Ms. Akon has said that I'm an old girl of this school. So I came to this school many years ago and I studied from P1 to P7. So I sat exactly where you're sitting, so I know exactly what you're going through. And it's been a very long journey and a lot of hard work. So I just wanted to have an opportunity to talk to you guys and see if anybody has got questions they want to ask. You're more than welcome to ask any questions when I finish. So when I was a student here, P1 was in that block that was broken down. And I believe P7 was exactly where this is, and the headmistress's office was exactly where it is. So over the years, when we were here, we really worked hard. We walked from home, and I believe you all walk. So we worked from home, we brought whatever the teachers asked, bring building sticks, materials, grass, all those things that, you come carrying poles from home, you bring brooms, and we cleaned the school, so we did everything that you guys are probably doing now. So my advice to you guys is that you got to work hard. When you work hard, when you read, when you want to achieve something and you put your mind into it, you work hard, you're going to reap the benefits. There is no way you can work hard and not reap the benefits. If you mess around, you play around like, boys and girls, you start looking at these girls, or they're looking very pretty, and you start doing what you shouldn't be doing, then you end up in a situation that you're not ready for. So all I can say to you is that there's a time and place for everything. There's time to study, time to work hard, time to prepare for your future, and then time to have families, because if you want to get married and have children, there's time for all that stuff. But right now, you need to concentrate on your books. If somebody comes and, tries to speak to you and, I want to be your boyfriend, can you be my girlfriend? You can say to them, wait, let me finish, and then when I'm finished with my studies, we can talk. Because it's very important to be self-sufficient, to be able to look after yourself. And with education, you will go far. You absolutely go far. So work hard and focus, and you reap the benefits. Any questions? Anyone want to ask me any questions?
Have you understood the message?
Yes.
You have got the message?
Yes.